Thank you for joining us for this 15 minutes overview of what our business solution software can do for you at your business. Our system name is called CSP Manager. CSP stands for Clients, Services, and Products. Some of you may ask a question that these terms are really general and mean different things at different businesses. And that's exactly the purpose of our software. It is made to work for any business where products and services and clients exist. Some of the example we see here, schools, your clients will be your students, and the services that you sell to students will be like courses, for example. In daycare centers, your clients will be the children, and the groups of the children will be the services that you create and sell. At clinics, regardless of the type of clinics, it could be general clinic, massotherapy, physiotherapy, your clients are the patients, and the services that you sell to patients are for example, diagnostics, appointments, surgeries. So this is basically the standard of the software, where you define your clients, you define your services or activities, and then you start selling the services to your clients. If you sell products, you can stock on your products into the system. You also define your products, and then you sell the products to your clients in addition to the services. On the right side here, we see the advantage of the software. It saves you time. It improves your business image in front of your clients by delivering an amazing reports and accurate to your clients. The system will allow you to have overview visibility over all the data, over your profit, your sales, your expenses, and also it will allow you to store any type of documents at the level of clients or at the level of the services. For example, you can upload PDF files, Word, Excel, video files into the system, and then be able to search for a specific client and pull up all the documents for that client. The system will allow you to customize your business the way you like, the way you want. So you create the services, you define them, you stock in the products, and then you can start your operations. On this slide, we see the models, the major model of the system. Starting from the left side here, you have the products. That's where you stock in your products. You have your services, and then the clients. Once you set up these three models in your system, you will be able to start your operations. You schedule appointments. You sell services to clients, or you sell products to clients. And then on the top here, you generate reports. You have overview, visibility over your stock inventory here, or the services or the clients. And then you can produce your account balance, where you see exactly the estimate and the actual profit or loss of your company. Also, you can track the profit and loss at the service level or at the company level. We will go into the details later on when we start demonstrating the program itself. Here we see the models of the software, and this is like the business solution we have, and we see the mapping to the toolbar menu of the system. This is just to make it easy for you to see the mapping between the real business and the software itself. Here we have the client model. This is a gate pass to that model. The services, the products. Once you set up these three models, you can start your operation by scheduling and registering clients in the services using this model, client services sales. Also, you have the product sales. It happens through this model, client product sales. And then you have the administrations where you can create different users for your employees. If you have more than one employee, so you can really use the system in parallel and grant access to different users based on their permission. So let's go now to the software itself. Now we are going to present the software in general overview. We are not going to go into the details. It takes really time to do that. So we will start by the client model here. Here you see all your clients. You can search by any clients using the name, first name, last name. You have different criteria here to search for: telephone, date of birth. So let's, for example, here I have a list of clients. I already stocked them in the system. So let's search, for example, for a person named Sarah. Here I got two records, Sarah McDonald's and another Sarah here. If you want to see the photo of this client, you just activate checkmark this checkbox here. So here you see Sarah. Let's just delete this and then pull up all the employees. Once you checkmark the client photo, you will be able to see the photo of the active employee, of the active client. So here I'm highlighting Sarah. This is Danny. So by scrolling down and up, you really see if you have a photo stored for this client or not. You can recognize that client right away. To go into more details of this client file, you just double click on the client, and here we see all this information about Sarah, the address, home telephone, work phone, cellular phone, who referred Sarah to the business here, the age of Sarah, then it tells you 24 years, 3 months, and 19 days. This is something needed for, let's say, in daycare or schools. In other business, maybe it doesn't matter, but anyway, this is a very detailed information about your customer here. On the second tab, you have several tabs for Sarah, and this is like a client file. That's a client file where you store and upload any information about your client. In this records tab here, you can really save any information you want to keep for Sarah or any document. So these are some of the information we have, and if you see attach icon here, then it means there's a file here. This is an Excel document file. If you open this document, then from our CSP Manager solution, you can really open a Word documents and close it. This is a graduation diploma for Sarah. Another type of file that we stored for Sarah is Excel file here. This is a grade sheet. Let's say Sarah was a student at another school. Now we uploaded her previous grades. Then you can open the file right away from this tab. This is an Excel file. So this allows you to use the power of your Microsoft Office, the power of your computer throughout our business solution software. So you don't need to use everything in one software. You can still use your software, other software, use other applications the way you like. You are just integrating and everything into this system, so it becomes like your engine. This is PDF file also, you can do it. This is MP3 file, a video file that we upload. There's no limit for uploading the documents. You can upload as many documents as you want. Let's open this video file just to show you how the system allows you to interact with other applications on the same machine. So let's just go back now to, there's other tabs here where you can, let's say, upload the medical card of Sarah. You scan it, and then you upload it into the system. You see the picture right away here. You can upload many pictures. And then just by clicking on the document you'll see the image of the document. If you zoom out and in, you can really control how the size of your screen, and then if you cannot see well. Here you can store the medical card, identity card, and you can easily scan them and keep the electronic copy. You don't need the hard copy anymore. So here, we introduce you to the client management system where you can use it alone. You don't need to sell services or products. Now, if you have services that you want to sell, then we go to the service management model. Through this model, you create your services. I have here like 5 services. You can create as much as you want. We can call them services or activities. It's up to you. So here we have a service name, school service. This is like a school, and then you have a trip in that school. Also, you can create a trip as a service. Another type of service, massage service, appointment, general expenses. So your service is really like an activity. It's something not tangible, something you want to track or register clients for that service. So the system allows you to manage your appointment by just creating a service for the appointment. It will allow you to manage a trip by just creating a service for that trip. It will allow you to manage all your school registrations, student registrations, by creating a school service. Under every service, you have the fees or the charges that you want to charge to your customers. For school, we have, let's say, registration course fee, $200. For sure, you can create additional fees, and that's all up to your business, how you want to customize. And also, for every service, you have products you want to sell. So you define the products. Here we can go into more details on the service. You have service that charges, the products. And then also you can group your service into several groups. We are not going to go that detail now, but let's go back. So just to show you that we create services in the system here, and then I'm going to show you how you start selling these services. In addition to the services, if you want to sell products, we have a product model. And here you define your products that you want to import and sell. These are like 3 products, for example, collection of books. So you define your products, and then the purchase order, you can track your purchase orders, how you start buying these products from the vendors. And then here you have inventory. All your inventories are loaded here. So you can see in the inventory how much item you have received from this product. This is, let's say, collection of books for class level 1. How much sold. Anyway, we're not going to go also detail into this one, but just to tell you that we have a product model that will allow you to stock in your products. Once you are ready, then we can start selling the services or the products. This is a client service management interface. And here we see different records now. The colors, these are the colors, means different status of this service, of this registration. Let's take an example. We have Sarah McDonald. She is in the school service. There's also 4 other clients are in the service school. Now, how we, the green makes in progress. The green, it means it's in progress. This is the status of the service. It's in progress. Other services are reserved, and we are talking here about the status of a client within a service. So the client starts here like this is reserved, yellow, in progress, green, pending approval. If we look at the upper left side here, we see this is the legends where each color means different thing. And also you have a filter here. If you want to only display the in progress registrations or services, then you see only the one in progress. If you want to see the in progress and reserved, you click here. If you want to see all, just like uncheck all of them. Now we are showing you how these services are easily visible to you. You can track your client's registration within a service, and you don't need to have all these type of services in your clinic or in your business. You can have one or two services. A service, you look at them on the left side here. Because we have 5 different services in the system: appointment, general expenses, massage services, school service, school trip, then we see all these different services here. If you click, let's say I want to only see the school service, so it will allow you to filter the data you see on screen. So throughout the same screen, you can really manage different businesses, different services within the same system. Now, how we register client in a service? It's very easy by just clicking plus here, and then you see here your services. I have 5 of them. Let's say I want to register a new client. Let's pick up Mark here for the school. You click OK, and we have a new record created for Mark. Now we registered Mark in the school service. This is Mark, this is school service. The starting status is pending approval. That's because maybe Mark is going to cancel, or he's not going to come, or he did not confirm his registrations. We are waiting for him to pay money or something like this. So pending approval is the first status. Then once Mark confirms his reservations, you switch it to reserve, it becomes yellow. Once he start in progress, you actually start giving the service to Mark, like he's attending school, then you switch it to in progress. Once Mark completes his service, you switch to completed. And that's where it becomes blue, completed. Of course, there's a service date here, and once this date becomes, it past date, it's in the history, then this becomes gray. So that's how your client services are created. Let me save what we created now. Okay. So sure. Now what we are going to do, for example, let's take Sarah here, and Sarah McDonald, she's in the school service. You can go into her service, and this is another kind of a file, but that's a client service file. It's similar to the client file, but this is at the service level. So you can track a client's service in a separate file, and then you can create many services for the same clients. So you have a breakdown of every service and manageable documents and component at every level of the service. For this service, we have Sarah. She's in progress in group level 1 in the school. If I go to her record, so we can upload also various notes or documents or records for Sarah, but this is at the service level. Now we have service charges and product charges. Here you charge your client a fee on the service. For example, Sarah, she's already charged like registration $50. Let's say I want to charge her for course fee $200. You just click add. So she needs to pay $200 more. Let's save it, and then we close. If we want to go to the Sarah file, accounting file, and see what Sarah needs to pay for us, you just go click on the green icon here. So we are in the accounting file for Sarah. This is Sarah's name, and here we see all her transactions. We just posted the $200 to her accounting file course fee. So in the accounting file, you really have a visibility over where this fee comes from. It's a course fee because she was in a school service, and it's a service charges, and this is the transaction date. Here above, you see the total charges that Sarah owe your business. This is a debit, and then any payment Sarah makes is going to come here. So this is the total of all the payments here. This is the total of all the charges here. And then here you see the balance. If the balance is 0, it means Sarah has nothing to pay. Now Sarah needs to pay $325. How Sarah will make payments for us? It's easy, by just going into Sarah file, through this interface or through the client management interface. You just click on the dollar, and then you create a new transaction. This is by default received payment. You have many transactions to record here, but we are going to capture the payment from Sarah. Her balance is $325. Let's say Sarah wants to close her balance, so she's going to pay $325. Closing all balance. So you have a comment field here. It will allow you to type whatever you want. So once you save, you see 325 is here. You can generate receipt for this payment that Sarah just made. Here you have a print transaction receipt. So you can click at any transactions and generate your receipt. So this is payment, 325, thank you. And here we see the details of the transaction. Sarah was in school service on this date, and she was in a group level 1. Now let's close the receipt. So if you look at the balance, it's 0 because Sarah, she paid all the balance. So 325 minus 325, it's 0. Let's close the accounting screen here for Sarah. Now, when we go back to the original client service screen, there's another way and a quick way to see the balance, because once you click on the client service record, you can here see the same account summary for the selected client. So look at, for Sarah, the balance is 0. If you click on another record for another client, let's say Danny here, his balance is $125. So by clicking right away on any client service registration, you immediately see the balance of that client, and then you know if you have to go to the client account and receive payments. That's an easy way, quick way to navigate between clients. Now, one other thing is we have showed you how to pay for services and how to charge service fee for a customer. If you want to charge product or sell product to a customer, you can go to the double click on the client service record here, and on this component you have the service charges, where we added the course fee for Sarah, and at the same time you have the same tab here, product charges. You can do it the same way and charge Sarah products. Here you see on the right side all products in your inventory. So we have only 2 products. Because Sarah in the school service, here you see the products for school. So these are, like, for example, we have the books. These are the books that you are selling for the school service. And this is filtered by the service. So if you are selling product to another service, you see different product here. So you have a way of filtering and clustering your product by the service. This is the way you just type how many of this item you want to sell to Sarah, and then you just add it. Also, here the screen shows you how many available items in your inventory for this product. So let's close this one. Yes, save. You can notice that here now the balance is updated because we have sold now Sarah books for $60. So the balance now we have $60 due. The charges increased. Now let's complete this model here and go back to the reporting modules. There are many other, like so many things here on the criteria screen where you can use for filtering and lots of other details. We do not have time to cover all this in one session. Let's minimize this one and then go to the reporting module. On the reporting modules, we have several reports here. One of the most important report is this one on the top here. You see the reports by category. So you have the category of the report: accounting, or products, or client services reports. These reports can serve many objectives. Let's start with the first one here to show you how it works. This report has a criteria, so you have to tell first the date range that you want to view the report for. This report, it shows you all your client account balances. So it tells you and the summary of the total of the total sales and total received payments. Let's change the range to 1st of March to April, which is today. You can select this for all the services in your company or for a specific service. Let's select all. By selecting all, it means you want to see, you want to have an overview of all your client account balance for all the services in your company. And this is going to give you your company account balance. So here's the report displayed. This report is composed of two sections: the account receivable and the account payable. Under the account receivable, you see your clients, and we only see the clients that have balance. So if your client doesn't have balance, you don't see it. This is the sales. Let's look at Sarah Hale because we took her as an example in our demo here. We sold her 385. This is the total of sales to Sarah, and I think this is a part of this amount is for school service, and also she's in a school trip. And then Sarah paid 325. So you look, the balance is $60 because we have added we have sold the product to Sarah that she hasn't paid yet. So this is 385 minus 325, $60. So every client here, you see the balance of the client, and you see the total received, total sales in your company, and that's the total received payments in your company. On the second section here, you see the expenses, and these are the expenses that you pay for different reasons. I have added only here two, like hydrocubic, and this is the electricity bills. So we've added $200 electricity bills. If you record your bills every month, this will be accumulated. And also we have another $20 here. This guy is a trip organizer, so we are paying him $20 for organizing the trip. This is just an example. So the total of the expenses that we have here is $220. And this is the total of expenses that we paid. So the difference between the first column and the last and the second column, the first column shows you how much you need to pay, and this is how much you already paid. You issue payment, you actually paid. So now this gives you an overview of your company's profit and loss by just dividing or subtracting the sales, total sales 730 minus total expenses 220, it gives you 510. So $510 is your expected, that's estimated profit. And that's a normal way that people, companies want to make profits, so this should be positive amount. On the other side, on the second column here, we have the total of received payment from your client minus the total of expenses paid. It gives you the actual profit. So these two columns are similar. The first one is the estimated, the second one is the actual. Money received or money paid or money actual profit and loss. So 205 is the actual profit, but we still need to recover. We still need to receive the $730 from all the clients. Once we do that, then we will have the actual profit here, 510. So once you have the actual profit 510 accumulated or received, then you see all these columns are zero. Zero, it means we don't have to pay anybody. We don't have to receive any amount from anyone. It means your company is completed. We have a clear out of all the payments and receivable. So this gives you really an overview of your company's performance and who should pay for you, who should still pay you money or not. On this report, you can, from this report, go directly to the details of a client. For Sarah, if you want to know the details of her transactions here, you just double click on Sarah record and it opens another sheet of the report. This is a sub-sheet of the main report. And here it shows you for your client Sarah the details of the $385, and these are all the sales for her. It shows you the service, why you're, the service that we have seen in the client account screen. So you see all the details of Sarah and all the payments for Sarah, and this is the balance. So you don't have to go to different screens to really monitor or verify your client's balance. You can, from the same report here, go and check. And if you want to really contact that client, it's easy. You just go to the client service screen and then call that client or verify for more details about it. Now let's go close this page and go back to the same report, but on this time we're going to run it for different criteria. We will keep the same date range, but you can run your report for a specific service. Let's take the school service only, or the trip service, school trip. Now for this service, now we run the report for this date range for this service school trip. You can right away now see the performance and the profit and loss of this service for within specific date range. We have two clients here that want to go to a trip. So we register them in the trip service, and the trip cost $25. Both clients did not pay their balance, so they still have to pay $25 each. So the sales $50 and receive payment 0. Now expenses, the trip organizer, he's charging us $20. This is an expense. So $50 sales minus $20 expense. We are estimated our profit to be $30. But because we did not receive payment from anyone, so we have actual profit loss now is minus 20. So we have a loss of minus $20. Once we recover and we receive the payment of $50 from all our clients, then we will have a 50 here. It will become minus 20. It will give us $30 profit. So once this estimated is equal to the actual profit, then it means we don't have any loss, we don't have anything, so we have a profit. So this is another example, but on a specific service to monitor the performance. So let's say in a clinic where we have many doctors working in a clinic, we can really find out, whose doctor is giving more profit to our clinic or not by really seeing the expenses on that service and the profit, and see which service is giving us more profit. So then we can really change our business process to make more profit. Let's close the service. Now, one other report we're going to go to is a client service report here. This report will allow you to display information about a specific service or all of the service. For example, let's select school here and show me in the school service all people who are in progress or completed or whatever. You change, you select status, and then you say, okay, I want everybody registered on the service that are still in progress. This is if you want to print, and you can sort them the way you like. So if you want to print a sheet and then track who's in progress now, give it to your secretary to contact these people before their appointment or something like this. So this is how the report looks like. We have the service name, the provider, and the status, and this is if you have groups. Because this is school service, so we have these people, Manal, Andy, they both in a school service. Sorry, this is a group name. This is the client name. We have a George, Ali, Sarah, Danny, Mark. 5 students in the school service, and the phone number of each student will be displayed here if we have the phone on file, and the date of birth and the age. So this is an example of how from this single report you can create the combination of your criteria and generate the report that you want for your client service overview. So this is the reporting module. Before we are getting into the final of this demonstration, we still have lots of other detail, but we are not going to cover everything now. Just the administration module here, it gives you an access to security control where you can add a new employee to use the system. You create a new user, and for this user you can give this user a permission to go to a specific screen or not. So this is if you have more than one employee working or using the system. So we have everything in one software. And we are reaching the final now here. Let's just take you to, before we finish, if you have any question or you want to contact us, this is our contacts. You go to softron.ca, where you see this video is also on the main page. This is our email, info@softron.ca, our phone number if you want to call. And thank you so much for watching this demonstration.